ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. The Torah describes the events, the moment of the death of several people, of Moses, Moshe, Aaron, his brother, Miriam, his sister. With great detail, it tells us what happened, because they were exceptional people. But there were other leaders as well. What about the princes of the different tribes? The Torah doesn't mention anything about their death. Why not? Maybe the Torah is trying to tell us that these people were exceptional because they were really different from anybody else in the world. You know, there's a popular saying that cemeteries are full of indispensable people. But one of my favorites, Adin Steinsaltz, says that isn't so really, because each and every human being has a distinctive personality, something different that he received from God, and he is not part of everybody else. He is totally one. He is himself. He is his own person. A few days ago, I was invited to the home of my friend Alberto Galski. There I met his guest, Rabbi Yitzchok David Grossman of Migdal HaEmek, Israel. This Rabbi Grossman is a very thin man. You'd think that if you blow, he will somehow fall down. But after he starts speaking, you realize that you're in front of a giant. A man who may look fragile physically, but he is determined. He has a willpower, extraordinary willpower. He tells the following story. In 1967, after Tzahal, the Jewish armed forces were able to reconquer once again the old city of Jerusalem. He went to the Kotel HaMaravi, the Kotel that was not available to Jews for centuries, now became free for Jews and for everybody else. And he was standing in front of the Kotel, which is the enormous wall, the outside wall of the Beit HaMikdash, our only relic of the great glory of King Solomon and of the temple of Herod later on. And he said to himself, Ma ashiv Lashem, in the words of the psalmist, how can I somehow repay God for this extraordinary miracle that I'm living? Once again, we are in Yerushalayim. He decided he's going to leave his teaching post for a year, and he would travel north where there was very little Torah around, really. He came to a town, and he asked, he wants to go to the synagogue. And they told him, there is no synagogue here. Let me go then to the Talmud Torah. You must have some kind of house of study for children. We don't have any such thing. He wanted to meet young people. He wanted to inspire them, to kindle a fire of love for Judaism in their hearts. You know where he ended up? He went to a disco, because the young people went there, and that's where he met people. And that's where he tried little by little, and with great success, to kindle a fire in their spirits. This is a number of years ago. It's decades already. Nowadays, he rules over an organization that has many buildings, over 6,000 young people in dormitories. He instituted, for instance, classes of Torah, of Jewish tradition, in jails, where 3 times a week for 3 or 4 hours, the inmates go to classes. And he says that since he started that program, those that are 2-time violators of the law fell down to 20%. It used to be 80%. He takes in boys and girls from broken homes where a parent left for some reason, where somebody has emotional problems or somebody died, and a mother or a father find themselves with 3-4 children and they don't know how to take care of them by themselves. And these are children with enormous problems. Many of them fall prey to narcotics, drug abusers. These are the people he deals with. And he has been able to rescue hundreds and thousands of them and insert them once again into society. Can you say that cemeteries are full of indispensable people like this Rabbi Grossman? He's very unique, but he isn't the only unique one. I think in last century, in the 20th century, two great figures of Jewish tradition were the Rebbe of Lubavitch. He established shluchim, emissaries all over the world. Wherever you go, to the furthest place, you will find a kosher meal now. You'll find a Jewish home, trying to attract Jews who have been lost maybe to the mainstream of Judaism and back again to the Jewish fold. You know, my own preferred mentor, Rabbi Yosef Dova Levi Soloveitchik, he was the teacher of thousands of rabbis who are in different parts of the world, transmitting the Torah that he taught them, the way of studying the Torah that was very unique to his family, to his tradition. Can you say that cemeteries are full of indispensable people like them? They were very unique. But it's not only in Jewish tradition, it's also in Jewish politics, in society. Menachem Begin was very exceptional. He was an extraordinary man, extraordinary. He had tremendous ethics, accompanied every one of his actions. And the first and only woman that led the Jewish people, Golda Meir, the fact that she was a woman did not interfere with tremendous decisions she had to take in very perilous times for the Jewish people. So think of yourself. You're not one of many. You're very unique. You're a leader in your family. You may be a leader among your friends. You have a unique contribution to make. Don't think that the world won't miss you. There are many people that will miss you, and make sure that you fulfill the special mission for which God has chosen you.